For most of the 20th century, the dominant scientific view of children was that they were simple, irrational, blank slates waiting to be shaped. 5 research findings across 5 decades completely dismantled that view. And every parent deserves to know them. Today, all 5 in plain language.
Welcome to Raised by Science. Parenting science has gone through a genuine revolution over the past 50 years. Today, we cover the 5 most important findings, each one a turning point that changed how researchers and eventually parents understood what's actually happening inside a developing child.
Before John Bowlby's work in the mid-20th century, the dominant theory, heavily influenced by behaviorism, held that infants became attached to caregivers simply because they provided food. Bowlby's research overturned this, showing attachment is a biological drive in its own right, independent of feeding. This single finding reshaped how institutions and parents understood a child's need for consistent caregiving. Through most of history, infants were assumed to be cognitively empty. Research beginning in the 1960s, including newborn face preference studies, and later work from researchers like Alison Gopnik, definitively overturned this. Babies arrive with active, sophisticated perceptual and cognitive systems already running. Research from the Harvard Center on the Developing Child demonstrated that chronic, unbuffered stress in early childhood produces measurable, lasting changes in brain architecture. This finding moved early adversity from a psychological concern into a hard biological one, directly shaping public health policy around childhood poverty and trauma intervention.
Edward Tronick's decades of research found that even the most attentive parents misread their infants' cues most of the time, yet their babies still developed secure attachment. This finding shifted parenting science away from an unattainable standard of perfection and toward what actually matters, consistently noticing disconnection and repairing it.
Decades of research, including longitudinal studies tracking outcomes into adolescence, found that child-led, unstructured play more reliably builds executive function, creativity, and social-emotional skills than early formal instruction does. A finding that's slowly reshaping early childhood education policy, though implementation still lags behind the evidence.
5 findings, 5 decades, one consistent pattern. Every time science has looked more closely at children, it has found more complexity, more capability, and more reason for compassion than previous generations assumed. If you want to see one of these findings explored in depth through the lens of a single powerful insight, watch Gabor Mate's parenting insight that changes everything next, right here. Subscribe to Raised by Science for more science-backed parenting content every week. See you in the next one.